Yeah, there it is.
So bad that I can't hear.
By police. We do want to warn you, the footage you're about to see is graphic and has added new fuel to the national conversation and protests around the use of.
And there we go with the buffering again. I don't know why he keeps doing that. It must really not like us.
That's Time Warner for you. Lori says start now.
Yeah, we started it. We started it. I killed it. It's over with. It's gone. It's all okay. Shared by Facebook user. I don't know who that is.
That's
That's
I
who?
think so.
Is that Joe? Joe, is that you? Are you Mr. Facebook user tonight?
He's listed as Mr. Facebook user for some reason.
Let's get to it. What are we getting to? You want to dive right on into the news? I mean, we got 7 viewers so far.
And I get right down to it.
All right. Well, here's the. Okay, that's Joseph Workus. Joseph, why do you always show up as? He's the only one that does that. He always shows up as Facebook user.
You want something crazy? He's the second person who's actually done that. The first time was my my Aries twinsy Orlando Cruz. He actually showed, and of course, talented musician, singer, native artist, whatever, and all many other things. He was the first one who showed up. He was the first one who showed up as Facebook user. I'm like, they put this account as Facebook user? That's fucking strange. Joseph says I can come on now. Well, join the chat then. Join the Skype call, dude.
You might have to post a link in the chat.
Where's the Skype call link?
It should be after this beer. Well, that's no fun. Hang on. I'll see. If I can pull up the see if I can pull up the link here. There's the link. And we'll put it over here. The chat. There it is. There's the chat.
There's Robert. It's so nice. I can hear myself twice.
It's like I'm having a horrible internet connection for some reason.
That's StreamYard for you.
Real choppy video feed.
How do we share the invite people?
Yeah. Hang on. All right. So if we go blank for
I
like
got you.
2 seconds, I'm switching
Oh, I
networks.
got you. I got you. I'm doing that instead.
Well, I got to do the
Just
same
as long
thing.
as. Oh, sorry. All right, then. I Secretary of Secret Service had off on 286 million.
All right. There we go.
I sent it to Joseph. I sent it to the. All right. So let's talk. In the meanwhile, while we have Kokomo Joe or Joe Charter come on the show, let's.
This man just say what headlines?
Yeah, what headlines? I have audio from.
Looks like both of us are having really, really, really crappy internet access tonight. What's going on here?
I don't know what it is. All I know is that, all I know is that when it's time to rock and roll, it's time to rock and roll. So, all right, well, let's get started on the first headlines.
All right. Well, the first one tonight is going to be the Secret Service recovers $286 million in stolen pandemic loans. The U.S. Secret Service said Friday it has recovered $286 million in fraudulently obtained pandemic loans and is returning the money to the Small Business Administration. The Secret Service said an investigation initiated by its Orlando office found that the alleged conspirators submitted economic injury disaster loan applications by using fake or stolen employment and personal information and used an online bank, Green Dot, to conceal and move their criminal proceeds. The agency worked with Green Dot to identify roughly 15,000 accounts and seize 286 million connected to the accounts. This forfeiture effort and those to come are a direct and necessary response to the unprecedented size and scope of pandemic relief fraud, said Kevin Chambers, Director for COVID-19 Fraud Enforcement at the Justice Department. Billions have been fraudulently claimed through various pandemic relief programs, including the Paycheck Protection Program loans, unemployment insurance, and others that were rolled out in the midst of the worldwide pandemic that shut down global economies for months.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Sorry.
it's, no, Beth, I doubt that seriously. iPhone 6 really, really, really can't hack anything.
Our guy Brian Parker has the best. Anything related to the pandemic is fraudulent, and apparently, welcome making the news debut. It is none other than Scott Ryan Jr. himself.
Hello, everyone.
Let's see if I can get him into the.
What? All right. What are you? Since you're the new person on the show on this iteration of the show, what do you think about the Secret Service and their latest issue?
Wait, hold on. I didn't get none of that because for some reason, it's a little glitchy over here. So, can you repeat yourself, please?
So basically, your father was reading a headline about how we had how the Secret Service recovered 286
Million.
million. Just randomly recovered 286 million dollars from like an office in Orlando.
Yeah.
Or like, where was this? Like an office in Orlando? Where was this?
It was the it looks like the investigation was started in the Orlando office.
Right. It was started in the Orlando office.
So Florida. All right, cool. So,
Somehow they found it in regards to the pandemic. I mean, you know, in regards to the 2020 pandemic, which numerous small businesses were destroyed. So what do you
be honest, I don't know what I would say about that.
Skype is really not agreeing with us tonight.
Do you hear him?
Yeah, and you're glitchy. You're really, 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 really glitchy.
I don't know why. I'm having camera problems. My bad, though.
me start there?
So y'all using a
And
new
up
streaming system?
or hit the city.
Shut him up or something.
Dude, what you want me to do? Like,
Go wash his mouth out with soap or something.
Okay, right now, since obviously internet is not helping the Sonnier household, I will say that this seems like another way for the government to do what it does, which is, of course, embezzle money without even asking. I mean, how else does a country that prints its own money somehow find $286 million? Can someone explain that to me? Unless they printed more money overnight, like meaning keystroked into existence, whatever.
No,
You are.
it's very, very simply that. I
Like
don't know.
most of his
It's
money is keystroke. Sorry,
right. But I
most of
mean,
his money
all of
is
these
keystroked
people are
into existence.
fraudulently like making up names and shit and like getting the money for free. And, you know, they're just now, 2 years after they rolled out all these programs, starting to find these people. Like, how do you let something that wide scale go for so long?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's all by design. Like you know, it's better than I do.
No, that's true too. Trying to ease it by killing some of the background processes over here. I mean, we're still a little glitchy, but we're actually transmitting now.
Yeah. Well, it's part of this. I kind of do want to get a PSA. I do want to get a PSA going. For those of the people who complain about what's wrong with the world or what's wrong with life or what's wrong with any of this, the only thing I'm going to tell everybody is if you're going to try to change the world for the better, then you can't behave then you are not allowed to behave the exact same way as your predecessors. Because if you do so, then you are keeping the wheel going. You are no better than you are no better than what you're trying to replace. And right now, and unfortunately, many activists have fallen for this. It doesn't matter what communities we talk about. It doesn't matter what communities we talk about. It doesn't matter what online organizations we're talking about. At the end of the day, people have fallen into the same traps that their predecessors have, and they don't seem to realize that. And until that changes, the world will not be a better place. Let's read some comments. Laura Root Riley says, whatever the government claims is not true, prove me wrong. Diane says, it's stuck. Who are you with, Harshmed? We are with Scott, the owner of CrayolaSec, Scott Sonnier, and his his associate, otherwise known as Scott Jr.
Yeah, and I think our problem is actually on the StreamYard side because I'm not seeing any lagging or anything on any of my screens over here on this side. So I think StreamYard is having an issue tonight.
And whatever stream site we was using Tuesday night, that was a
Same
better
one.
route because
Well, yeah, but
I don't
we
know.
can't make it as fancy as we do this one.
Oh, you're trying to make it fancy.
Well, yeah. Gotta look fancy.
And I got my
Hi, Diane.
associate back there.
Even though I have no idea who you are, but I'm telling you hello anyway.
All right.
Yeah, stay muted until you need to say something.
That's the only way.
In Plano, Texas, a woman was arrested and faces possible hate crime charges after she was captured on video in a racist rant and assault on women of her South Asian descent in a suburban Dallas parking lot. In another disturbing example of anti-Asian violence seen across the U.S. Plano police said in a statement Thursday that Esmeralda Upton, 58 of Plano, was arrested and charged with misdemeanor assault and terroristic threat charges. She was jailed with a bond set at $10,000. Renee Rainey Banerjee told Dallas TV station WFAA that she and three friends had just finished eating dinner at a restaurant when Upton approached them in the parking lot. Suddenly we heard, suddenly we heard this woman yelling at us and started coming towards us. Wow. We were shocked by the racial slurs that she used and combative attitude, Banerjee said. The Council on American Islamic Relations condemned the attack. The level of vitriol in why do we need to go on? And it's how is an anti-Asian if the American Islamic Relations Association got involved? How does that work?
Well, I mean, looking at this way, it's like first. I'm going to be real. For a second, I thought you were talking about someone who used to be considered a crayon back in the day.
Yep, I think we lost Junior, or he just shrunk.
No, I'm still here. I shrunk. How did I shrink?
I don't know. Your picture size shrunk.
I don't know. Something with Harsh's camera. Like his camera went out and like, see, like right now.
Wow, he's like nothing but pixels.
It's something with
Orlando is causing problems for the little man. First headline robber.
You're having problems
one
too, Harsh.
I said Orlando.
So as you, Dad. Like I don't know what to basically call you on here. Yes, he's my father.
Scott?
I said Orlando
What
is
you want me
causing
to call you, Scott?
It's probably you're on a different page, Diane.
I can't see what I can't. Anyway, because we live in clown world, I can't. We're live streaming this to 8 different pages.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. Everything's lagging for some reason. It's weird.
I'm gonna say this: that your camera's lagging, and Harsh's camera's lagging as well.
I don't know. Maybe it's Skype.
Diane is watching from the Gathering the Tribal Once Now Tribal Again network page. After that, it's about it. And that's where we're at. So that's great to see people always watching from different pages. This is being broadcast to 7 different Facebook pages and Scott's YouTube channel. So there you have it.
And CNN management intent on changing perception of the network. And according to a certain someone, we were called CNN the other day. The name is CrayolaSec, not Crayola. You idiot.
Well, if we're talking about the certain someone, they got their brunette, they got their dyed hair ladies confused a few days ago too. They couldn't even tell the difference between a lady who was 5'8" and a lady who was 5'4". So.
Nice. Nice.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Anyway,
that's all I'm gonna say. Well, that's a person that doesn't understand why they're being called a sexual predator when they're taking those behaviors. That's all we're gonna say. We're not gonna mention any names, but
okay.
Did you hear what he said? Because
No,
I'm not gonna lie,
I didn't.
it was like crackling in and out like bad.
Yeah. I don't know. And in other news, the Time Warner conglomerate hates the state of Louisiana, especially the Baton Rouge area.
Yes, I see that.
Oh.
Walker, Louisiana.
Yeah, that's what's Jesus.
It's not doesn't matter. Let's see. Trying to clean this up a little bit, man. This is driving me insane.
Yeah. Prime time Friday. That's when it's messed up. Tuesday was perfect, but Friday was a mess.
And last Friday was a mess too because of the same crap. Lagging internet.
I guess Fridays are like the worst day to stream.
What are you doing to your Skype call screen? You keep getting like bigger and then you shrink and then you get big again. And what are you doing over there?
Who?
You. I keep having to adjust your screen size. It's like every time I turn around, you're like taking up half the screen.
I'm not even touching it.
Jeez. It was kind of a story that media reporter Brian Steltner would have normally sunk his teeth into, if only it didn't involve him. CNN last week said it was canceling Reliable Sources, its 30-year-old program on the media, and letting Steltner go. Part of a nascent effort by new management to reclaim a brand identity that it feels was damaged during the Trump era. A little too far too late. The news network, now under the Warner Discovery corporate banner and led since spring by CNN Worldwide Chairman Chris Licht, is trying to inject more balance into its programming and become less radioactive to Republicans. How and whether that can be accomplished remains a mystery. CNN has to figure out what it wants to be, said Carol Costello, a former anchor there and now a journalism instructor at Loyola Marymount University. Former President Donald Trump portrayed CNN as an enemy, and a Pew Research Center study illustrated the impact that it had with his followers. In 2014, Pew found that 1/3 of people who identify or lean Republicans say they distrusted CNN as a source for political news. By 2019, that number had shot up to 58%, higher distrust than the New York Times, the Washington Post, or MSNBC. And that was before the overheated 2020 election campaign and the anger over its outcome. I really don't, both of us work in some type of news situations or news company or what have you. And the main problem is that CNN was never unbiased and always leaned a certain way. And that's what made people distrust them. Just like a lot of people from the left side don't trust Fox News. or any other major
Yeah.
news outlet. It's no different.
It really is any different. I don't think anyone should be watching cable news at this point. It doesn't matter if you're left or right. If you're watching cable news, you're kind of the problem.
Pretty much, yeah. At
I
this
mean, I
point,
just don't get it. Then again, like, yeah, right,
at this
right.
point,
I'm saying.
cable news is not the junk.
Well, I mean, I think the average age of a cable news viewer is like what, 60 years old,
Roughly.
62.
Most people don't even have cable anymore.
Well,
I don't think people are going online and be like, "Hey, I want to hear what Rachel Maddow had to say."
I don't even know
No,
who
no
that
one's
is.
doing it. It's not, right, exactly. I forgot what that was.
it looks like someone's struggling to join in the chat.
No, that's your screen that keeps getting bigger and smaller. I don't know what's going
No,
on there.
there's another one called a live Joe something.
Oh, there is. Didn't even notice. Yep, live Joe Charter. Think he's having technical difficulties.
So, what I think about cable news is kind of pointless now.
Yeah.
It's not like it used to be back then. Like,
Well, it
as y'all teenage years, I don't know.
Our teenage years.
Yeah, because
That was a very long.
I mean, according,
I am the young buck on the show, so
That was a
yeah.
very
right.
long
Well,
time ago.
It was in
well,
your
according to that, even if you're an adult, she says, I haven't watched CNN since they pretended to be in a war zone in the early 90s. So we're talking about longer than your lifespan and longer than probably mine, too. So,
yeah, there's
Mr. Joe Charter, I see you in the call, but I don't see you anywhere on screen or vocal or sound or nothing.
like it's glitching back and forth like really bad. See,
Son,
it
hop
might do
off
the
of it
same
for a
thing.
second and see if we can bring him on to it because he had some headlines he wanted to use or wanted to do.
See, he might have to leave and come back in like I had to do.
Why don't you go ahead and drop out so we can try to get him sorted
Uh,
so he can do headlines? All right. Joe, I don't know if you're there, but if you're there, I can't see you.
Lori says, cable news has started as a way to divide the populace. It was never unbiased. That is so true in so many ways. The only difference is it was divided from people who watch television to people who didn't watch television. And then Rush Limbaugh came on, and then it became a way for people to be divided upon which side of the aisle you're watching, like in the 90s. So it's such a strange turnabout.
All eyes are on you, Harsh.
So let's read some comments. Lori said 75, 80, the average age of a cable news follower. And that's important. We have to have some perspective about things.
Joe, if you can hear me, I'm going to boot you out of the call. I need you to rejoin it if you can.
Right. And so that's just what it is. It's just what it is, at the end of the day.
We get him to try to rejoin the call. Harsh, I'm gonna put you on full screen. Take over for a minute.
He says, harsh, broke it. I know, Robert. And Diane says the social media and higher education are the problem. Now, they are such a problem in so many ways. I mean, it's not surprising, though, because we've had this issue for a long time, especially the last decade or so with social media and higher education. That's why if you tell the truth about certain things, it's okay. But you tell the truth about other topics, you get tossed, usually. Unless no one pays attention to you, unless they censor to the point where no one pays attention to you, and then it's all, different. So that's what we have to deal with. And at some point, we do have to look at the next chapter, the next chapter of all this. Next chapter. We're not going to be on the website forever. We're not going to be on this website forever. We're not going to be able to have the same situation we're having now. It's only going to get worse. And then Diane says, I know absolute morons from Harvard. Well, I agree with you. I know many, many morons who are physicians. So there you have it.
Hang on, Joe. I'm getting you added in. There you are. Move you around on the screen here.
Yeah. I mean, it's just sad when the same people who preach accountability, ethics, and integrity are the same people who just become complete degenerates. And I'm not to judge on even someone's criminal history or past. When it gets to the point where like women and children are being harmed, but that's what it's an issue. Don't you agree, Scott?
Absolutely. I'm still trying to get Joe in to
That's
fit
what's
in the
wrong.
screen here. Joe's head is way too big for the screen, apparently.
Right.
All right, Joe, I can't hear you. I can see you, but I can't hear you. No audio, Joe. You have no audio. Can you hear him, Harsh? I can't hear him.
Scott's audio is fine. I can't hear Joe Charter. I don't know if he's that.
Well, I mean, at least he has video now. He didn't even have that a while ago. Now he just doesn't have audio. Nope. Nope.
Remember we about one show.
Ground control to Joe Charter. No audio, we can't hear you. Your microphone's not working. And there goes your video. Ground control to Joe Charter. But he's still there. We just can't hear him. I'm just take him off the stream for right now until he can fix his camera. Harsh, you're frozen too. Are you there? What happened? Where is everybody?
It's frozen.
Okay, I hear you, but you're not moving. Say something, Joe. Let me see if I can hear you. Nope, no audio from Joe, and Harsh seems to be frozen in place. Yeah, you just moved like a square centimeter. Stop picking your nose. Well, he's unfrozen now. Don't fret. He's okay. Yeah, I don't know that. I don't know what's going on, Brian. It's apparently either Skype or StreamYard. One of the two is not wanting to work correctly tonight. It seems like.
The connection for Joe and Harsh is horrible. It is. The stream.
Hey, let's switch over to StreamYard itself.
Bitty.
I'll rejoin in a second. Go ahead and jump over to StreamYard and just open it up for Joe and everybody else that wants to join. I don't know if it's my connection over here on my end or what, but I'm gonna restart everything and see if that fixes it.
That's how interesting this becomes. All right, should I come off of the what do you call it? Should I just
Just drop off the call and go live on your channel, and I'm gonna hop completely off and jump back on.
And we are back. And we are back. All right, StreamYard link it is. So we apologize for the technical difficulties. And if anyone has any problems, they can yell at Time Warner and Comcast Xfinity because they're terrible companies. So, I mean, there's other phone numbers you can use, but by all means. And Brian Parker asked, StreamYard link? Yes, it is. Yeah, we'll just have Brian Parker come on and teach us a few things. If
All right,
there we go. If no one else available.
Here. I mean,
I mean, there is a problem with all this. Oh, well, we got a special guest. If his microphone is working, or his phone's connected, or whatever. You know what's so weird when people claim to be against the system, but they're complete normies? Isn't that strange to you? Do. All right, Brian, you there with us?
I think Brian's having technical difficulties too.
Ah, what a fun Friday.
Yeah, it was definitely something going on with Skype apparently, because now everything seems to be working fine.
Well, if it's with Skype, then it's update time. So,
Yep, looks like we're going to be going to use a different setup next week.
well, we have 7 days for that. So,
Wait, I think Claire just said she's on call.
oh,
I got to see this. Hang on.
oh, Brian, you with us?
No, she's not on call. She lied. Hey, I'm live right now in this. Oh wait, no, that's Erica. Never mind. Hey, we're live right now. We're live on Facebook.
Oh. Hi. Hello, it's me, CJ I'm the fucking best, and the rest of you are a bunch of fucking bitches. Fucking cool. So cool, bro.
Jesus. No, y'all are like literally live with us on Facebook. If you go to
And on that note, we are on the harsh reality right now. And
exactly. I don't think they can hear you. They can hear me because I'm on my.
I can hear her just loud and clear. Just remember, you are being recorded by Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah. This call is being monitored. Yes. This call is being monitored for quality assurance. All right, I'm hanging this up.
Well, send them the StreamYard link.
All right, well, send it to me in DM and I'll put it out. Hey, I'm gonna send y'all a StreamYard link. Y'all join the live with us. The StreamYard link, so y'all can join the live.
I'll explain it to her, don't worry about it. I don't know if she'll be able to.
I'm just gonna post it in Black Pearl.
This sounds so fucking bad. I'm about to say, like, her boyfriend's gonna be home. Yeah, like.
All right, I hung up on him. What's the StreamYard link? Or never mind, I have it. And why am I asking for it?
Just a memory refresher.
I need to stop doing drugs. Jeez. I just sent it to like an entire chat.
That's awesome. I can't wait for the people to join. This is going to be fun.
No, I don't game. What is wrong? We do 2 lives a week, you goober. I don't game. What the hell's wrong with you?
Well, I mean, you kind of do look like a gamer, but
No, I look like a deflected Santa Claus.
well, that too. But Mr. Parker, how you doing?
Brian? Oh, Brian. Unmute your mic, Brian.
Wonderful. How are you all doing tonight?
I'm
There
doing,
he is.
and we're doing well now that you're unmuted. We're doing great. Okay. All right. So the biggest mind-blowing fact from you of the day, of the last time you were on, first things first. I do apologize for not being able to make it on that Sunday. I wanted to join, but I'll try to come on this Sunday if I don't feel like going out. So anyway, I want to just want to say the most mind-blowing fact that he mentioned was that we're not actually, the U.S. isn't owned by England, isn't owned by the Crown, but it's owned by another company in England. So, which is kind of a mind fuck for me because we're not owned by England, but we're owned by England. Does that make any sense?
Owned by England, maybe. Actually, technically Great Britain.
Right.
But Great Britain, their sovereignty was given up to Pope Innocent III.
Oh, yeah, so technically everything's owned by the Vatican then. That's
Right. Yeah, that's why I can't believe everybody freaking, you got people that pound on the Magna Carta the way that people pound on the Constitution, but they don't understand the Magna Carta is totally void. That was in what, 1215? Something like that?
1218 that was, and then a few years later, like you mentioned.
Yeah, but it was, a couple of years earlier, freaking King John had already surrendered everything to the freaking Vatican, and they rent it back. They rent it back with 666 pounds of silver.
Yeah, that's not demonic or anything. That's not demonic.
Well, what's crazy is that information is so easy to find on the internet. Anybody, you can go to your favorite freaking great oracle, go to your favorite search me engine, Google or what, and it pops right up. All you have to do is go to the Great Oracle and just type in the concession of Great Britain by King John to Pope Innocent.
The concession of Great Britain by King John. What was his last name?
To Pope Innocent.
King John Pope. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I got it. The Magna Carta and Introduction. King John's Concession of England.
Yep.
Brian, Jess from one of the chats says hello. I don't know why, but she said hello.
Well, okay. Well, I guess tell her I said hello as well. Thank you.
Brian's a man of knowledge. You have to say hi to him. Anyway. But yeah, so that's it. You know what's interesting? We always hear about the Vatican, right? We always hear about the Vatican laundering money and controlling things, but we never hear about it past like the what do you call it? The general level. We never hear it past the general level. We always hear it as, okay, well, the world's most powerful people launder their money through the Vatican, and our birth certificates are registered to Rome. But we never hear it at a more deeper level than that. Or maybe we do and I just don't pay attention. I'm not sure.
Well, I prefer to look at visuals because we know that signs and symbols rule the world. Isn't that what Confucius said?
Yeah.
So let's look at some visuals. And let's stop and think about things critically for a minute here. Number one, if you are running the entire game, would you want anybody to know who you are?
Of course not. Why would you? That'd be no that's no fun. If
Okay,
everyone knows who you are and you're running the game, where's the fun in that?
Okay, that right there knocks out the Vatican, right?
Well, but how many people know that the Vatican's running the world?
Guess they're not. A lot of people think they are. Talk to Santos Bonacci or, followers of his. They'll tell you that it's the Vatican. But if you're running the world, you don't want people to know who you are. But the Vatican seems to be ruling things. They aren't the top dog, is what I'm saying. They're not the top dog. So let's stop and
Who
think.
is the top dog then? If it's not the Vatican, it's not England.
Okay.
Then who is the top dog?
Well, like I said, let's use our eyes because it's in front of our eyes. Signs and symbols rule the world. All right. So
That is true.
if everything, including the United States, that is underneath the Great Britain was conceded to the Vatican, and they're the ones taking care of stuff. So that means Vatican is your little puppet running shit visually for people. Wouldn't you want to protect it? Wouldn't you give great protections to the Vatican and the Pope?
I mean, they are pretty protected. The Pope's really protected, and
all right, who are they?
the Vatican is pretty. It's pretty.
Who are they protected by? Who are they protected by?
Like some of the most powerful people.
No. Who is their military? They have a military force.
Oh, you meant like that. Well, Diane says
it's those guys. It's those guys in the red and yellow clown suits, the Vatican Guard.
Oh yeah.
All right. Now, where does the Vatican Guard come from, and who trains them?
I don't know.
All right. Well, you're there on the computer. Pop it up. If you can, show a picture of one of these guys.
All right. Who trains the Vatican Guards?
This is the kind of stuff I play around with in the morning when I wake up. Pops in my head. I start exploring.
The Swiss Guard.
Yep.
Aren't they the same people that made cocoa?
Right. Swiss hot chocolate.
Or is that
you
Swiss
want
Miss?
to talk? You want to talk about deception? Look at the way these people are dressed.
Okay. You know what? One of the things I thought. You look at how they're dressed. They look like clowns, don't they?
Yeah.
How embarrassing!
Spanish
How embarrassing!
conquistadors.
It would be so embarrassing to get the shit beat out of you by somebody dressed like that. But these guys are the freaking special forces of the special forces. And they are also trained in liturgy. They're trained in religions. They're trained in government. These guys are some of the smartest guys, most able in the mind, and most able physically you will ever meet.
You know what? None of this surprises me anymore.
If you could ever meet somebody who served for the Swiss Guard, and I'll tell you what, a bunch of them over this pandemic quit because they refused to get the jab. That shows you they are smart. They're not just order followers, but they're smart too.
Yeah.
They still look like Spanish conquistadors.
Well, that's actually where it came from. Originally, it came from Spain. A lot of the uniform and stuff. You just nailed it right there.
All right.
There, we got you back finally.
I told you it needs to be a new link. It can't be the same old link.
Well,
It was
Scott
no,
was
that
dropping
thinking.
some knowledge a few seconds ago by telling us where the roots of the Swiss Army came from.
I was.
Yeah, when you said the conquistador punchline.
Oh yeah.
And Brian's like, yeah, that's where they came from. And I'm like, huh,
Okay.
interesting.
Not really, but sure. Aren't
No,
the Swiss
you
like
did.
a neutral country? Like neutral? Isn't that the Swiss?
All right. Okay. Now that is a big part of it right there. if you're running the show,
they're a neutral country that makes nothing but pocket knives.
right? If you are a neutral, if you want to freaking run the show, wouldn't you want to be in a neutral position?
Yep.
Oh, nobody can touch me.
Yep. Absolutely.
Wait, are y'all talking about Swiss Army pocket knives?
No, not the pocket
No.
knives.
Well, I'm so
Well, I mean,
freaking confused.
Kinda.
Yeah,
I mean,
well.
those knives are pretty awesome.
But-
You have so many things you can do with them.
All right, tell me what kind of topic we are so I can get in.
We're talking about who trains the Vatican Guard, which we just recently learned it was the Swiss Guard. Not to be confused with the people that make the cocoa that go in the drinks.
Right. Which is really weird because, in a way, it's kind of like a, what do you call it? It's kind of like a triple fake to the same side. You know, like you go one way to the left, you fake to the left, they fake to the right, they fake to the left again, you go back to the right. And that's kind of what we do with the Swiss, because on one hand, everyone used to every wealthy person back in the day used to launder their money in Switzerland. And then now you're seeing it that where the Swiss Army actually trains the trains the Vatican guards. So.
Yeah, zoom in on that pic. All right.
Okay.
Now, I want you to think about something else on top of this. Think about everything that has gone over the last 2 years with all the different countries worldwide, okay? What country was not affected by this pandemic?
Well, obviously Switzerland.
There you go. The guys wearing the clown suits.
It makes no sense.
And now we have Hart Honer joining the live.
Okay, now it's a party.
Now it's a party. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
Nothing much. Now we got Brian Parker telling us how things really work, and now we got the word spell magician Hart Honer himself. So.
Cheers. Oh, my text running stupid too. This ain't on. Oh.
Yes, it is on. We can hear you, Hart.
No, I tried using this as a camera. It ain't working as a camera. It's StreamYard.
Oh, no.
I'm using my cell phone. So.
Yeah, I'm on. Yeah. Well, bright side, I get to use my main phone again. So that's good to know. More selfie stick tonight.
Yes, Diane Hart Honer is on the call.
Yeah, our guy, Hart Honer, he's on. Hart Honer, I mean, not Horner. I don't want to sound like I'm from Pennsylvania.
Hart Honer.
Hart Honer. Not
They had to
Horner.
make sure that he was there.
Joseph is trying to join StreamYard, and apparently he is having issues.
He did just fine Tuesday, so.
Yeah. Well, if anyone else wants to join, that's even the people you're on call with a half hour ago, Scott. Even them, you have them come on too.
I was begged.
I posted the link. They're scared.
Eh,
I'm gonna see if I can poke them.
might as well. Well, since Brian's here, I kind of want to dig more into this. Hart, what we got? Hart, you were about to say something? Ah, fuck. Okay.
Hart, your mic is not working now.
No, it's
Can't
your
hear you,
mic's
Hart.
not working.
You gotta slap it around, man.
All right. So Brian, Brian, what else? So how else can we? So are you saying the Swiss run the world?
Well, I'm just saying that you look at signs and symbols and it really appears that way, especially with what's gone on over the past couple of years and that their nation hasn't really been affected. They haven't had all the mandates that everybody else has had. And I kind of think about this like a cat. When a cat catches a mouse, it plays with it. It bats it around a whole bunch of times and has fun with it before it finally bites its head off. And it's kind of like the rulers of the realm the past several years. They've just been batting the mice around, having fun, wanting to see the reactions they get out of people. How much are they going to follow us? Are they going to believe everything we tell them? You know what I mean?
Right. Well, obviously, the answer is clearly no. They're not going to believe everything we tell them. All right, back to the freaking Vatican, like Diane says. And Scott says, Scott poking random dudes.
Yeah, when I heard him say that, I just imagined him poking a dead body, and I'm like, oh,
Oh, God.
I'm gonna poke you.
I appreciate the votes of confidence that I hear here now.
Speaking of votes of confidence and hearing, we have Joe
there's
Trotter
Joe.
himself coming on.
My God, it was a hassle getting on, but it's okay. It's okay. And there's Bong Man, and I'm very I'm jealous. But anyway, as far as mainstream news goes, basically they are doing the jabs all over again, over and over again. Everything is jab. Everything is getting the booster. Everything is vaccine. Give me a break. This whole fucking world is fucked. And I'm sorry. If people can't understand it by now, I'm just done with them.
Well, yeah, I kind of reached that mindset about a year ago. I'm like, well, we can't save people from themselves. They gotta want to be saved.
Right. They're just So.
And speaking of a guy who knows a thing or two about that, our guy Brian Parker.
What, the jabs?
Tell me something I don't know. Because I'm waiting. Anybody tell me anything I don't know?
Hey Sam, how's it going?
Well, I looked at the whole freaking situation with the freaking cards and the green pass and all that, and I went online checking it all out. And because one of the things I was looking at, they were talking about fake CDC cards, right? I'm like, okay, let me see these cards. Let me see the real ones. And so I went to their site, and lo and behold, there was a place there where I could download it. And it downloaded the card front and back on a piece of paper. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, okay, there's no GPO number here. There's no government printing office number. There's no watermark. There's no say a registration number. There's no place for whoever administered the jab to actually give a signature or anything and claim responsibility.
Well, everything is a sham, dude.
It's a total sham. Exactly.
The whole thing is a sham. I mean, give me a break. And people are out there trying to fucking go with the sham. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a 100% sham.
Give me a fucking break.
Right.
So when I downloaded it, I went and I took it to the printer, and I had a shitload of copies made off. And I sent one to a doctor I know in Miami. And this doctor laughed, and she said, yeah, that's the card. And she said, you know what, Brian? All my doctor friends are flying all over the world right now using that same exact card.
That's wonderful.
And I've been helping people move from one nation to another nation, move from country to country. So if you want one, just get in contact with me.
That's awesome. I mean, if you're helping people understand the dynamics of this bullshit, and you're helping them get moved because of the physical effect of this bullshit. This is what's happening all over the world. People are getting physically affected by the bullshit of this psychological warfare. And it's really, really bad right now. And I just, implore people that are maybe watching this by some chance, they need to just understand that they need to stop listening to their HR. They need to stop answering to their corporation. Why aren't people standing up to the corporate?
They're weak. They're scared.
Yeah, exactly. And
It's,
this is
yeah,
what
I
we
mean,
do.
it's a money
Let me
fueled
add
market.
something. Let me add something to this. There is only one form of identification that I carry with me all the time, and that is my SARS COVID-2 vaccination control group card.
What is that?
This came out of, I believe it came out of either Germany or England. I've been on conversations with these people. There's probably now pushing 300,000 people that are involved with this, and you can get a hold of them. And for like $2 or $3, you can get a card with your photo on it. Here's the situation with any kind of problem like this that ever occurs. What they have to do is they have to do a study, right? Which means you have to have a control group. Well, nothing like that has ever been instituted. So these people in Europe instituted this control group, and you can become a part of this control group and get a card from them. And it is a card with your name, your photo on it, and it says in big bold print, must not be vaccinated. Why? Because you're part of a control group. And people in Europe are using this as we speak to freaking get on trains, get jobs, move around, and things like that. So this control group is working.
Do you know they're slashing?
But is it?
Yeah, they're
Is
slashing.
it like done by a legitimate accredited medical type study? Because I mean, if it's just a card somebody printed offline and started selling it to people, it's not going to work.
Well, here's the thing. This card on the front of it, it has the QR code on the front, and, because people have to go through TSA and stuff like that, and so they just photo that QR code, and it takes you right to the website of who these people are and what this control group is doing.
How about no papers? Can I see your papers?
Well, this card becomes your papers.
Yeah, and Sam says, "Why should I have to comply either way? I won't bow down to." Sam, you want to come on the show?
She is. It's supposed to be going to bed.
It's from doctors against. I can't remember. And Diane says, "Tell me how to get that family in Europe, guys. We don't want to get Brian in trouble here. Come on." Get Brian.
Yeah, we're not. Okay, this is our disclaimer for this afternoon. We do not promote, nor do we not promote the vaccine. It is strictly a choice of your personal opinion. We don't care either way whether you get stuck or not. So we just have to put that out there so we don't get dinged by Facebook for invalid vaccination information or whatever the hell.
Just don't sell papers.
Why don't you care?
100%.
No, wait a minute. Why don't you care?
He said that for disclaimer.
You said you don't care.
I don't. You can get stuck.
There are people dying, and your grandmothers and grandfathers and grandmothers and fathers.
No,
and
it was for
dads
tactical
are dying.
purposes, not literally.
Anyway, I'm leaving. See you guys.
Well, no, stay, Joe. You want to have an actual debate? We can.
I'm having problems with StreamYard. Number one, StreamYard. Okay, I'm sitting there looking like a fucking. I don't know. I look like a fucking cone head on this thing. I don't know what the hell.
That's your camera that's doing that.
No, it's not.
It's not StreamYard.
It's not my camera. It's
mine's not looking like that.
No, we don't care. We don't care what you look like.
Joe,
we don't care.
Joe,
we care. We care. We care what's in that.
What do you guys want to talk about? You guys want to talk about the evening news?
No, I want to address.
Talk about mainstream media?
No, Joe.
I want
to. Brian can,
I want to get back to. I want to address what you just said about.
You want to talk about mainstream news or not?
I mean,
can you hear that? What I said?
I mean, no, you can't have an opinion.
You want to talk about what is this podcast about?
You can't have an opinion and then shut down everybody else, Joe.
What is this podcast
maybe
about?
he wants to let us know about the mainstream propaganda, so we can get all the propaganda info. Yeah, just like Mark Twain said, if you don't watch the news, then you're uninformed. If you do watch the news, you're uninformed.
I mean, so do you want to, do you want to know what's going on in the mainstream media or not?
I know what's going on in the mainstream media. We were talking about it.
Let's go for it then.
Where are you
What's
at,
going
Jim?
on in the mainstream media?
I don't know.
Let us know what the
I'm
rulers
done, man.
want us
If you
to
guys
think.
you guys aren't having a podcast. You're having a conversation. I want to know
Joe,
what's
let
going
us-
on in the
Joe,
mainstream
you're
media.
the one that was screaming.
Dude,
Let Joe
exactly.
Let Joe tell us what the
I'm
rulers want us
asking,
to
what
think.
is this podcast about?
It's whatever we wanted to be about.
According to the description, it says we're going to be talking about mainstream media headlines.
We did.
Well, where is it? Did I
When you
miss
weren't
it?
paying attention, I can't help you for that. I mean, that's
Where's
you
the missing?
rewatch the
What did I
live.
miss?
You missed the
All right, just
fraudulent.
rewind a little bit. It's only been like 10 minutes. What's
It's
the
Joe was
mainstream
in
media?
line
Joe was
for
unable
an
to
hour and
connect.
11 minutes.
What's the mainstream media you guys are going to talk about?
Why are you so concerned with it, Joe? Are you okay?
Dude, I'm not okay.
I see that.
This freaking podcasting platforms that are going on in this world are ridiculous. Now, either you're going to be talking about something or you're not.
We were. You screamed. I continued to talk.
I'm
and
not
you don't wanna hear it.
screaming. I'm just pointing out that your
Point out what?
description says we're going to be talking about mainstream media freaking headlines. Where are they?
We did that already. If you were paying attention, you would know that.
Rewind it.
Oh,
Show me it.
No. You rewind for a second.
All right.
And you're going to listen to me.
Thank
If
you.
you're going to be on the
Thank you
stream,
so
you're going
much
to listen
for
to me.
allowing me to come on this podcast, but you're full of shit, okay?
No, nobody's full of shit, Joe.
Yeah, you are.
You are
You're
worried
not
about the
talking
goddamn
about
vaccine.
anything.
Go stick yourself in the
What are
ass
you
with the
talking
vaccine
about?
and get the fuck
Dude,
off the damn live
Dude,
if you don't
what
like
are
it.
you talking
Plain and
about?
simple.
What are you
Good
talking
night.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Finally.
All right. Anyway, let's go back to what Brian was saying. Well, look at it this way: because Joe was yelling, now no one's going to pay attention to what we were actually talking about. So that's good. Now back to so Brian. So you were saying something about helping the thing.
The Swiss?
Oh, what?
Let's
I'm
get
sorry.
back to
You're
the
kind of
Swiss.
quiet on my end.
Let's go back. Like as Hart says, let's go back to the Swiss.
Well, my view with the Swiss was just I thought that if everybody's saying the Vatican is running the show, and even the legal paperwork even looks like that, so I thought, okay, but you're not going to want to be seen if you're running the show, and so I thought, okay, well, who protects the Vatican? Because if you're running the show, you're going to want to protect them, and that's where I came up looking at the Swiss Guard and looking at Switzerland, and then I looked at them regarding the whole pandemic. And I saw how chilled everything was there.
Mm. Yep.
And plus, you would want to be in a neutral position, wouldn't you? Obviously, you would want to be neutral.
That makes
You want everybody fighting, but not fighting against you.
Yeah, and that's like the banking haven, right? And everything's a banking war.
For a
All wars are banking war. So that's the haven. That's the safest place.
Right. and for-
Is that
Well,
the Knights Templar too? The Swiss, or is that Swedish? Knights Templar.
Well, Knights Templar was a while ago. And I think that morphed into even the Jesuits. I think the Jesuits kind of combined themselves with everybody.
Yeah, that's pretty much Swiss too, I believe. Like that's where they.
Right now, I'm in the middle of reading basically an autobiography of Ignatius Loyola.
Well, actually,
And-
Knights Templars in Jerusalem, so they're the Roman. Knights Templar. They were the Roman Catholic military order from 1119 to 1312.
Yeah, and I think the military morphed in with the banking, and the banking was the Jesuits, and it became militarized. And that's why they got kicked out of every freaking country. And so the best thing they could do was just to kind of squeeze into other organizations like the Masons.
I have a news article right here in front of me that's just for Brian. Are you interested, Mr. Brian?
I'm interested in any freaking intelligence anybody has.
All right. Well, 2 Florida residents have pled guilty in a scheme to peddle a diary and other items stolen from President Joe Biden's daughter to the conservative group Project Veritas for $40,000, prosecutors said Thursday. Amy Harris and Robert Kurlander sought to profit from their theft of another person's personal property. Manhattan U.S. Attorney Damian Williams said in a statement. Harris, a 40-year-old from Palm Beach, and Kurlander, 58, of nearby Jupiter, faced the possibility of up to 5 years in prison. They pled guilty to conspiracy to transport stolen property across state lines. Harris's lawyer, Sam Talkin, said she has accepted responsibility for her conduct and looks forward to moving on with her life. Kurlander's lawyer, Florian Midell, declined to comment. While authorities didn't identify anyone in the case except for the defendants, the details of the investigation have been public for months. Ashley Biden, the president's daughter, was moving out of a friend's Delray Beach, Florida home in spring 2020 when she stored the diary and other belongings there, prosecutors said in a court filing. They said Harris then moved into the same room, found the items, and got in touch with Kurlander, who enthused in a text message that he would help her make a ton of money from selling it, adding an expletive before ton. We can only imagine what that word was. The two initially aimed to sell some of the purloined property to the then President Donald Trump's campaign, but a representative turned them down and told them to take the material to the FBI, according to the court papers. The campaign can't use this, Kurlander explained to Harris in a September 2020 text message, adding, "It has to be done in a different way." Their next stop was Project Veritas, which paid the two to bring some of the material, including the diary and a digital device with family photos, to a New York luxury hotel, the prosecutor said. Project Veritas staffers met with Kurlander and Harris in New York and agreed to pay an initial $10,000, saying more money could come if they retrieved more of Ashley Biden's items from the home, partly in order to authenticate the diary, according to the court filing. Okay, well, here's what I don't get about this, and correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong. Who knows? But shouldn't Project Veritas be held just as responsible?
Well, people came to Project Veritas with this information, right?
No, actually, what? Yeah. I just saw that. But no, actually, if they get convicted of moving things across state lines, stolen things across state lines, why can't Project Veritas or whoever paid them the money get popped with possession of stolen property?
Okay, yeah. There you're getting into the whole situation of receiving and concealing, which I'm very happy to say I've never had anything to do with in my life.
Yeah.
But yeah, that gets really sketchy, and it depends on who wants to push the issue and who doesn't. I mean, if people came to Project Veritas, okay, say, let's look at this, for instance. They came to a representative of Project Veritas here on Florida and said, we've got this and this and this, and they're showing it to them. And Project Veritas then transfers that information. I need to probably explain that too. But they transfer that information to another office, say in New York, across state lines. Is that moving stolen property across state lines or not?
Well, okay, Project Veritas' stance was that its news gathering was ethical and legal as far as the diary is concerned. The organization also said earlier that it turned the journal over to law enforcement after receiving it from tipsters who maintained that it had been abandoned in the room. Journalists' lawful receipt of material later alleged to be stolen is routine, commonplace, and protected by the First Amendment. And that's basically the stance that Project Veritas is taking. Actually, none of the Project Veritas staff has been charged with any crime.
All right.
It almost
I
sounds like
mentioned the word.
legalese for finders, keepers, losers, weepers.
Well, I mean, I look at it this way: if she left it behind, like if she left the room and wasn't staying there anymore and left it behind, then
whoops,
that's her own problem.
Right. Well, the real question is, what the hell was on that diary that's that important?
That's another good another good.
Because I mean, I've never heard of any like presidential's kids, not children. I mean, you know, the offspring of any president losing something, and everyone's like, and everyone acting so secretive about it. You know, when the Bush daughters were losing their like purses and wallets, no one would say what's wrong with them. They're like, oh well, they had another night out. You know.
I want to explain something here in a second, but first we need to stop and think. The idea behind going into Mar-a-Lago was that there was security relative information there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, doesn't every president leave office with security relevant information in his brain?
Yep.
So shouldn't we like just
be Mar-a-Lago?
Shouldn't we behead
14 boxes recovered from former President Donald Trump's Florida estate earlier this year contained classified documents, many of them top secret, mixed in with miscellaneous newspapers, magazines, and personal correspondence, according to the FBI affidavit released Friday.
No.
So he was using classified statements or documents as bookmarks.
Supposedly he was. Because that's according to them. Because our guy Robert Walker, he brings up a great question. If Trump illegally had classified nuclear documents, why hasn't he been charged or arrested yet?
All right, right. This is a question I have, and something we should stop and think about.
Mm-hmm.
What was Mar-a-Lago referred to during President Trump's term? It was referred to the White House of the South.
Yep.
Right?
It was his Camp David. That's what it was.
Right. It was his Camp David, which means what? It means that there would have been sensitive information there.
Right.
Now, during his presidency, during his term, during his administration, did the FBI, CIA, anybody raise any questions about that and do any investigations into that?
Nope.
And saying, why is there sensitive information in Mar-a-Lago?
Nope, not that I remember.
Right. Now, here's something that I want to explain that people can use. Store this in the back of your head. Put this in a little file cabinet in the back of your head whenever you're listening to the news. It's just like when different things were happening in the Middle East and they said, we got bad info or we got bad intel or things like that. Those go in one ear of people and out the other because they don't know what that means. And sometimes it costs me money, but I join operations of like ex-CIA, FBI, whatever, you name the alphabet agency, where they're teaching stuff in closed rooms, okay? And when it comes down to information, and what you're getting considering an operation or a situation, they rank it into 3 categories. Number 1 is information.
Right.
2 is knowledge. Number 3 is intelligence. Okay, let me break those down. Number 1, information. You can go online and get information about apple pie recipes all day long, right? And some of them are good and some of them taste like crap.
Yep.
That's just information.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the information is crap.
Okay.
Number 2,
okay. Well,
knowledge. Knowledge is a little bit deeper. It's more of what people on the inside might know. It's getting you closer to the truth, right? And then number 3 is intel or intelligence. Why do you think the CIA is called the Central Intelligence Agency? It's because that's what they're supposed to be after, is intelligence. And intelligence is namely, number one, it is secret information. It's stuff that only people connected to the situation would know and nobody else. And so when you hear newscasters talking about information or intelligence or knowledge or whatever, you
Okay,
have to realize what they are alluding to.
Here's the thing. And you got to keep this in mind, that these places where these presidents take vacations and such, or wherever they go when they're not at the White House, are supposed to be vetted by the feds or whoever goes and vets these places, and they have the necessary safeguards in place. Camp David is like a playground for adults. So, with that being said, if he wanted to go to his home, that's fine. He should have left the documents behind. Now, regardless of what classified documents he had in his home, that doesn't matter at that point. The point is that he should have never brought them there in the first place.
But wait a second. People brought classified documents to Camp David all the time, and no one said anything.
Yeah, but that's Camp David. That's what it's designed for. That's what I'm saying. That
Can I
is
add
a
something?
designated place for the president to take a vacation.
Can
So,
I
yeah,
can I
of
add
course it's
something
gonna be-
regarding Mar-a-Lago?
Yes.
I have a friend that contacted me the morning after the Mar-a-Lago raid, and she said, "Brian," she says, "my sister frickin' has had to do events at Mar-a-Lago." She said, "You wouldn't believe the kind of security she has to go through. She has to go through 3 layers of security to get in and out of Mar-a-Lago. It's not like you just show your freaking driver's license and, oh yeah, you're on our list and you walk in. It doesn't work that way. Ahead of
Well, I'm
time, they
not
do a
saying-
background check on you. They know everything about you before you even get close to that property."
Well, I mean, still, it's not a designated area for the president to vacation. It doesn't matter what his security is. If the point is, I guess what I'm saying is when it comes to information, not information control, obviously, but when it comes to classified documents that can potentially hurt the national security of this nation, they don't need to be going all over the damn place into whoever's house the president decides he wants to go to, regardless of whether it's his. They need to stay in the areas where the president is supposed to be.
In
Well,
theory,
now,
yes, but not all the
now,
time.
now, this puts us in a position. That puts us in a position where we have to define what national security of the country is. Because all I think I saw down there with Mar-a-Lago was not security of a nation, but security of a specific agency.
Can I address that and your other 3 points? Well, the info, right? I mean, it's all that's just a show, like Diane. It's all just a freaking show. Whatever that is, it's not truth. It's lies. It's whatever is they're spoon feeding to everyone else. Whether or not that is actual intel. We'll get to that. Knowledge, what this inside knowledge is. It's still just the play of what they're playing at, and there's a bigger freaking play in behind that they're not even privy to. So I mean, that knowledge is just a clown show for the clowns, actors. Now the intel is just what is it? Is their government collusion on how they are criminals, and whatever they're or trying to be criminals against others and be awful towards others, or somehow of being apt to being attacked by others, criminals, just by trying to get an upper hand. So, and yeah, if it's to take over the government, good. Everyone's all, oh, we're anti-government. It's against the government. Good, exactly. Get out. None of them are for the people, and so get out. Either it's for the people or not. So it does. They're not doing their jobs. They're not. It's obviously just a complete shit show. So get out, period. And whatever Magna Carta, whatever treaty, whatever bullshit contract that they lie, and never follow through and stay to the contract, never become accountable for not staying to the contracts. So get out, period.
Okay then.
Well, I laid out their 3 layers of where they get.
Hold
stuff
on.
up.
We can get back to this
And that's
conversation.
it.
But did Lori just say that Mr. Joe is so bent out of shape that he started his own live stream in order to produce what he thinks is the news?
We're ridiculous.
What I'm reading right here.
You know what I'm gonna say about him? I gotta say something.
Oh
you know
boy.
how I feel about him?
Well, no, just be nice.
It's nothing bad. It's nothing bad. I just don't like the fact that he can just leave the chat and jump back in, start screaming at everyone, basically saying we're not talking about news, even though we was just talking about, whatever. It's just like, what the hell is his problem? Like, what kind of shit show was that?
I don't know. He was having a moment. He'll be okay.
Like, did his period just hit him right there and then?
Yeah, like I said, he'll be fine.
I was happy that he joined, and then just, what the hell?
He's not normally like that.
I don't know. I think he's just having an issue today.
When I see him join one of y'all's live, he tries to take overpowering, like whoever's speaking or who's trying to do the live, and that's what he's doing. He's trying to do that the whole time, and it's just disrespectful. Like, I watched his broadcast not too long ago, and it was just basically just bullshit. Nothing news related, just bullshit. And he didn't barely talk. He had this whole other guy talk just for him. Don't jump at us if you're not doing news stuff. If you're not doing news stuff as well, so.
Yeah, he'll get over it. Where did you go, Harsh?
No, he might be checking out Joe's live.
He got embarrassed.
He disappeared.
I was talking and he got embarrassed. It's okay.
Oh, no, you're fine.
I'll hold his hand later.
Yeah, like, I've been with Joe many times well, I don't know about many, but numerous times.
He'll be fine. It's fine.
Yeah. I don't know.
He was just angry.
Yeah, it's too bad he did disrespect.
It's not a big deal to me.
Yeah. I still love you, Joe.
Still, I wouldn't go on somebody's live and.
Come on, Joe, rejoin the stream. You probably won't now at this point. It's all Hard's fault. We're gonna blame it on Hard Honer.
Yeah, I'm ridiculous. Okay.
Hard has broad shoulders. We'll just put it on him.
Oh, you guys are ridiculous. Anyway, so what I saw was so while I was out and you guys were talking about other people. Anyhow, let's get the
Hold on, you know what? That call is still going on in that chat. I'm gonna join the call through my PC and see if it automatically puts him in the live with us.
Might as well.
Drive him nuts.
I love y'all.
Okay, can y'all hear? Can y'all hear him?
Hey.
Hello there.
Hey, guess what? Y'all are live with us. Since y'all are too scared to join live, I just went ahead and put y'all audio through to the live.
Hi, it's me, CJ from the internet. Just want to say that you fucking ninjas get on fucking call right now, bro, or I'll fucking dox your cat, you cunt.
Did he just say he would dox my cat?
Oh, Lord.
Fucking cat, you mean? I'll put it in the fucking micro, bro.
Jesus.
Take him off.
Don't know why. It's funny.
I don't know. That just sounds like some shit he would say. I don't fucking know.
Okay, now this is not
anybody that's listening to these people, these weird people that I have on here, and one of them's name is Justin Del Toro, and the other one's name is
Doxed me, dude.
Yeah,
Boom,
it's,
Howard.
I don't think
you're on Facebook with your own name and you record stuff as yourself, and you're worried about me saying your name. What is wrong with you?
Wait, have we been waiting for it to join the show for the past like month and a half?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
but, like I get drunk and then I get lost in these fucking.
I drink during my live stream. That's no
I
excuse.
have never been invited.
Yes, everybody's
Wow.
always invited. Do you want? I dropped the link like 4 times in the chat.
I don't think MJ reads the news clicker because it doesn't. Like hit us on the fucking Facebook page.
Yeah, I mean it's like the same revolving message every week.
Every week.
Brian G. Parker's on and Hard Honer's on, and we're listening to Scott live streaming a Facebook group call. Let us roll with our life decisions.
I don't fucking know, bro. I can't talk shit because you guys are at least doing something. I'm just on a fucking Facebook.
I have like the word spell magician and Hard Honer, one of the most knowledgeable people I know of in Brian G. Parker, and we've resorted to Scott Sonnier live streaming Facebook chat call.
You know,
See, he's just angry
that's
because
why I-
someone spilled stuff on the floor of his convenience store earlier, and he had to
Okay,
clean
you
it
know
up.
what, Sonnier? I'm not Sonnier. You'll learn that coming back.
Is Hart saying that you resorted to talking to us?
No, he resorted to talking to me. I think y'all are just like an added embarrassment to him, is what it sounds like.
No, I'm an embarrassment to myself tonight. That's what this is. Diane says, "Weren't you voted most drunk 2 years ago?" Well, I mean, someone has to. How else are you gonna react once you understand how the news actually works?
Diane McCarthy, that is.
His hair goes up. It goes up every more. The more drunk he gets, the more that goes up there.
The more the hair goes up. So we need to get him really drunk and see if we can get him to like wear a mohawk.
What is this? 2008?
Well, I have a mohawk. Is there something wrong with mohawk?
Well, I mean, you're also like 55. There's a difference.
No, I'm not 55 years old. What the hell is wrong with you?
Hey, listen, Scott, I got your back. I'm at a convenience store right now. Hold up.
55 years old.
Like, I think
Jesus
you'd be out of
Christ.
shape. When was the last time you was
Hear
drunk?
that?
No, I didn't. What was that?
Me spilling a beer in his convenience store. Like, this, hey, nobody talks shit about.
So you
about
spilling a
the
beer in your convenience store as we speak, Harsh.
I didn't pay for it either.
And he didn't pay for it either. So now take that.
Fucking guineas. Anyway, I'm just gonna resort to that.
I must take your beer.
Justin of the Bull. Yeah, he probably knocked over all the damn glassware too. Fucking bull.
Knocked over the glassware.
Don't give me ideas.
Yeah. Hey, sir, 55 is not a problem. No, it is not. It is not a
If
problem.
you're just now joining us on live, this is the CrayolaSec Harsh Reality. And joining us on the phone is Justin Del Toro and M. Jane. And
Hi.
Hello
No,
there.
man, it's actually Justin Davis.
Justin Davis.
Just want to say, I'm sorry, Justin, for talking shit about you. I know I was wrong.
Hey, look, Erica's complaining that I joined the call, so get in there and tell her to rejoin it. She doesn't know we're actually live on Facebook right now, so that ought to be funny.
You want me to rejoin so it'll show?
No,
Is that
that's
what?
not the point at all. MJ.
It won't show, but we can hear your
You
voices.
guys need to fucking do better at handling your fucking drugs and alcohol, for fuck's sake.
Can y'all?
He made a simple request.
What is,
How did you
I mean,
not
it's,
understand?
I didn't ask you to go out and do smoke signals. I just told you to tell her to join the call.
It's not like you're showing somebody your arm, bro.
She won't.
My goodness, this is terrible.
I was gonna say that earlier, but it was only me and her in the call, and I felt like that would sound really fucking weird to say, like we were up to some fucked up shit. You know?
We're on the call, but her fiance is around, so we have to behave.
Apparently,
no,
it's the 1950s then. You know,
Like,
the woman has to
well,
behave for the man. Just kidding.
Does anybody wants a dog?
bro, like, I'm Mexican. I can't be fucking having people know that I'm in a fucking phone call with a drunk white woman. You know what I mean? What,
Wait, why does that have anything to do?
What year are these
What in the
people
world?
in? Holy shit!
Who's the female? Who's the
What
woman?
is this, the 60s?
Oh,
Wow,
It sounds like you.
Holy fuck!
he was earlier when Scott first came in, and he's like, "Hey, get on the fucking thing." And,
Apparently, we're in the 1960s with all the concerns that MJ and Justin have. What the hell? I don't.
What?
I don't know.
I don't even know what he's. What are you talking about?
Well, he was cracking jokes about how he since he's Mexican, he can't be on the phone with a drunken white woman or something. So I'm just like, what year are these people in?
Hey, listen, MJ's not drunk, and she doesn't have a
No.
fiance.
He
okay?
was
So-
talking about Erica. He wasn't talking about MJ.
I know.
well, so what's? I don't
What
get
the
it.
fuck?
So
He's
what's
not drunk.
He's
I
Mexican.
don't know.
I don't know. I don't know where this whole conversation's gone.
Jesus
going to
Christ.
hell.
We have like the most racially. The only person we're missing right now is a black guy. I mean, we have like an Indian, a Native American.
Hey, who was
Mexican.
that one guy from Pig Lords? Like Scoop or something like that?
Oh my goodness.
The one with the fucked
This
up
is
hairline?
terrible.
The one with the fucked up hairline. You just named like 85% of the internet.
We can add Jason. That's as close as I know to a black guy on here.
Oh goodness.
Oh, add him. Where is he? Put him on there.
He's at work. He'll be
Oh.
he'll be off in like an hour, I think.
No, you get fired right there and then. We're joining him alive.
No, I mean, well, it depends. If he
If you
works
got a
at
cool
McDonald's,
boss,
that's
yeah.
possible.
Should I just make another group call?
Okay, wait. Hold on. How do you know he's a good-looking Mexican? You can't even see his face right now.
Cool. Who said good looking?
Sam.
He's cute. What are you talking about?
Oh well, I don't. Sam's got that. What do you call that? Intuition, maybe. I don't know.
I think he was showing himself for a split second.
Who knows?
Look what Robert said.
A
racist once said, $10 for pump one, you damn
rookie.
Wow.
Hey, that needs to be in a country accent. Somebody needs to do that.
We don't like doing country accents around here, sir. Sorry about that.
Hey, we don't do that kind of shit around here, brother.
No, that's
fuck out from here. Don't
that's
fucking
more like
tread on me.
that's more like
Don't tell me
urban
how to talk.
urban
I am
Californian.
not from the South. I
You
just
need
am
to stop
not.
talking all that shit, goddammit.
She said,
She
"But
just
are
go-
you a
she just-
good-looking Mexican?" She didn't say you are. She said, "But are you a good-looking Mexican?" Hello.
Oh, but
Are
she's
you
asking. Get on the
She's
camera. Show
asking.
yourself.
Uh-oh.
He can't show himself
alright.
because they're on
Man,
call with
that's not a-
me in a different area.
Oh, and my phone is at like 60%. Like, y'all are asking way too much right now.
Brian's like, to hell with this shit, and he just dropped out of the live.
I was going to have.
It's probably because we're not talking about news.
No, it's not that. Brian's
No,
Aren't you just talking about dudes right now? You're talking about me? What the fuck?
no, not dudes, news. News,
Oh,
not
I
nudes.
want to talk about you.
Not
Oh,
nudes,
Let's
not
get it,
news.
dude.
Let's get it, dude.
Oh God, I'm gonna hang up on you,
You're not.
Brian. Why did you jump off the live, dude?
We miss you, Brian.
We miss you, Brian.
Oh, his name's Brian. I called him Ryan.
You was keeping it real and intellectual and like on point with knowledge and stuff. You know, I don't know what we're doing now.
I don't either.
It's basically we're just talking about
this.
bullshit.
Wait,
Now
wait.
we are.
Okay, so Lori can scream louder than anyone, threaten to kill people, and sell weeds from her ditch.
Oh my God, we're at that time of night now.
Hey, I love her. She's awesome. Like, she makes the best comments ever.
Listen, man, I'm a hillbilly. I don't really know much about politics. And
There is no hillbillies in California.
Yeah,
all I know is that the South shall rise again, and come down to my boat emporium, buy yourself a boat condo.
Come on
And,
down to Justin's Boat Emporium. Justin Davis's Boat Emporium for $19.95. You can hook up your boat right here in the moat.
Georgia.
It's $19.95 a night. If you need electricity, it's $25.99 a night.
How much for your jar of dirt?
$5.99 on the dot.
Oh, the goddamn
What
shrimp.
the fuck is? Well, that's where the show's gone. Oh well.
Oh man, that's what I gotta be doing.
I feel like y'all were talking about some intelligent ass shit, and then you added us, and now it's over.
You think I could pull dirt?
I mean, I will say once it was like.
That's right. Come on down to Justin's Boat Emporium right here in Atlanta, Georgia, or wherever the hell I live. Off of I-95. You can hook your boat up for $19.95 a night. That's right. And we'll even leave the toilet seat up for you if you're a guy. If you're a woman, you're going to have to bring a pillow or something.
Hey, where's the location?
You'll have to do it yourself.
We even have specials on condoms this weekend. They're 59 cents a piece. And don't ask me about the 9 cents because I hadn't figured that out yet. But I think it has something to do with taxes. And taxes are bullshit. So I don't know what the hell they got going over there. I don't like paying taxes. Just...
Yeah, this became a hillbilly sales rep show.
I mean, I don't know what's going on. All I know is that for some, through technical issues, Brian's gone. Brian Parker's gone. Joe was yelling a while ago.
Brian Parker says banjo music.
Joe rages.
That's a great observation, Brian. Good job.
I don't even know where we went. I mean, not that the news thing wasn't any less silly, but at least at least we knew it was silly. This is
Hold on, guys. I'm gonna go scream at my dog.
That's right. Come on down at $9.95 at Justin's Emporium.
Oh my lord, what the fuck?
Oh my god. She's like, I feel your harsh, haha. I'd have a race against you, but I may need a jar of dirt. I'm definitely not sharing this.
$5.99 for that jar of dirt, Sam.
$19.95 to put your boat in the slip, but if you need to use the boat ramp, that's an additional $22.95.
This just sounds like being in a fucking bar with all your drunk friends and everyone's fucked up. And they're all talking at the same goddamn time.
I'm definitely not drunk enough for that, but no, I'm not drunk enough. I've only 2 beers.
And Robert would like to know if we can cure his lady problems.
Oh my!
Robert has lady problems?
So many references tonight to people. What the fuck?
Robert, I'll send you over to Justin Davis. He knows how to talk to the ladies.
Oh my God.
That's right. Just come on down to Justin Davis's Boat Emporium, where we can cure all your vaginal issues. The cost for that is $39.95. But if I got to use a speculum,
Spit it out, damn it.
You know, one of them things that they stick up there and they blow it open like an umbrella. If we got to use one of them
aircraft hangers, just open it up.
Right. If I got to step in there and look around with my flashlight or something, it's $59.95.
It depends on how long the tunnel is.
So that's right. Just get on down here to Justin's Boat Emporium.
Oh my God.
That show was professional and now it went unprofessional. Quickly.
What's unprofessional? It's when my son goes, this whole stream just went unprofessional in like 2.2
That was an advert for Robert Walker.
It's look, we're
it's already bad enough. I got a dog barking in the background.
Lori, I hate to tell you this, I'm not paying for that. They can pay for it. I'm not. I am staying away from I-95 and the Boat Emporium.
I'm getting paid $5 an hour for this bullshit. I'm
$5
almost
an
2
hour.
hours.
Me, Justin Davis. This whole entire show is who the fuck is calling me?
Somebody's wanting the video.
Is that
Just let
fucking
them-
Jason?
Just let them video.
Hey, Jason. Jason King just joined the call over here in the group chat, and you're live on Facebook too, sir.
Oh my god! I'm just gonna put Joe
Uncle
Scott on
Jay!
full view for the rest of the show. 'cause
No, get me off the damn main screen.
you already have
Uncle
like 5
Jay!
people talking to you.
Aw, Jason left. I think we scared him.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be fair,
Oh.
he lit up a lightsaber in the call, so
I
it's,
think that was a dick, to be honest.
Hey,
if
tell
it's
him to
lit
come
up,
back.
then he
I
needs
ain't
to go to
talked to
the
him in a
doctor.
while.
He's been around a little bit too
cute.
much radiation or something. Like that shit was massive and it was lit the fuck up like a lightsaber. That is not normal.
Woo!
Some girls might be into that though. So like any ladies in the chat, hit up my boy Jason King. He's got that lightsaber for you. He's a Jedi.
In the chat. We're not in a chat.
Made my mouth water.
Oh, well, I don't fucking know.
Uh,
They can hit him
Hey,
up.
tell him to come back.
Robert, I know you had lady problems and shit. Like he'll fix it with that lightsaber. I promise. He'll fucking
Yes.
light all that shit up, burn everything off.
All right,
color
so
is
we
it,
are on
like-
we are on after hours at the Harsh Reality now. We are officially on after hours of we have been for the past.
This is
I
a
don't know,
production of the
35 minutes.
CrayolaSec Harsh Reality right here, and we're
After hours at the CrayolaSec Harsh Reality, where nothing important matters anymore. We all just get fucked up.
Something to do with
This is
dirt
like the
and garbage
behind
and
scenes of the
lightsabers
show.
that make you
Yeah.
happy.
That's
Go
really what
on
it
down.
is.
We-
Justin's voting
We
for-
should have done this before we started the show. Like, let all our chaos loose.
Yeah.
But
Then be all serious.
then we had Raging Joe and we had boring shit. My
Well,
bad.
first we had like raging Comcast, Xfinity, and raging, Time Warner fucking up the internet, and then
yeah. Now we get the internet straight, and now we have Raging Joe.
yeah,
Yeah, it kicked me out of that first call. I hope y'all know that. Then I had to join back. It kicked me out again. And I,
Well, Sam, look, that's good job. This Brit ain't on your live. Well, join the live.
Yeah, you keep saying you're gonna go to sleep. You've been up for like the last hour.
I would love for her to join the live because she's just being like,
We've been too random.
tomorrow or
So
something.
Jesus
Love
Christ.
that shit.
She says, "Nope, I'm raving in a few." You're not raving. If you were raving, you would just stop.
It's the banjo
She got
music.
a rave tomorrow, so like, and she's supposed to go to sleep.
Oh yeah. Going to a rave tomorrow. Oh,
Yeah.
No, this isn't a few, not tomorrow.
Heart understands. Nope, I'm raving in a few. Okay. Okay.
But, you know, things are getting bad when you have to take a nap.
Oh, it's like,
To go to a rave.
what is it, 5 a.m.? Nearly 5, quarter to 5 over there.
This lady just said she has to take a nap to go to
Go
a
to
rave.
a rave.
Those things give you a headache.
Well, you can rave all by yourself.
Wow.
Wow.
Spoken like a true old person, even though he's 19.
The 19-year-old geezer apparently.
I'm a old geezer. Who got the squeaky doors?
That was a ghost. I don't know what the fuck is happening. Y'all
That was on your end? He has doors just randomly opening at his house now.
He has had a ghost in his backyard.
A ghost.
yeah,
Stephen Landis is at your house. He calls himself Ghost.
That's how he doxes people. He doesn't actually hack. He actually like shows up.
He just
And,
goes to your house and walks in.
But
Here, give me your information.
I don't know if I can take you serious
talking
now
and
if you have
on
a
fucking
ghost.
chat, and then he shows up to your house after he finds your voice, and then he just hangs out there for a while and listens to enough conversations to get
And
info
just
on you. That's
and
what
just
he does.
won't leave.
I got you a can of WD-40 if you want to use it for your doors.
Have I ever been kicked out of a titty bar before? No, I can't actually say I have because I was always the one that was DJing at the damn place.
I actually have.
Wait, Harsh, did you just say you've gotten kicked out of a titty bar?
No,
And that was Hard.
people on.
Oh, well, yeah, I can see that happening to Hard. I
Wait,
can't.
how does Hard of all people get kicked out of a titty bar? Did he like cover up the women when he was there?
I've been there before. It was in my teens yet, so I wasn't 20.
You
It
snuck
was
in.
awkward. I
Oh,
felt
no,
so
okay,
awkward.
so you got kicked out for being too young.
No, I remember it was just awkward.
You heard him? He said, "Oh no, man, no."
Okay, and joining the call in the group chat side, audio only, even though I can see his face, unfortunately, is Jason
Well,
King.
there's his dick again.
And he's with a lightsaber yet again.
Oh my goodness.
Uncle Jay.
I'll get to the 2-hour mark and we'll see how long this goes on. All right. Brian says, have you never been kicked out before?
No, I've always worked at one.
I got kicked
Me
out.
too. Me too.
At a titty bar?
I'm 19.
Yeah, yeah.
I used to be a DJ.
Be like,
And now coming to the main stage, it's Summer. She's missing a leg, so tip her nicely so she doesn't fall over.
How do you get kicked out of a titty bar? I walked into the women's restroom with all the strippers in there fucking washing up and shit by accident.
I would imagine that's how you got kicked out. And think about that whole statement.
Yeah.
They were cool with it. They're like, honey, it's the wrong restroom. I'm like, I can fucking tell.
How could you not tell?
Titty bar.
You walk into a restroom and there's nothing but like tits and vaginas everywhere, and you can't tell if you're in a women's restroom.
Yeah. I was like, no, I get it. Like, I'll leave. I'm sorry. My bad.
What in the world?
Wow. I hope there's no closed captioning.
All right, I'm back.
Tomorrow.
Fine, I don't care.
Jesus
I had to
Christ.
piss, right? I went in there and I asked the fucking DJ, I was like, where's the restroom? And he pointed into that direction. So I walked exactly where he fucking wanted me to. Went in there, there's nothing but a bunch of strippers. And I was like, shit. I made a
Well, and I gotta bring the DJ from I know in the back.
And for some reason, it still took him 1 hour and a half to come out of the restroom. Oh, I'm in the wrong restroom. I'm going to stay here for the rest of the night now.
Yeah, great now.
oh my gosh.
I don't have to
That's like
piss.
the best restroom ever, I guess.
The best
my
restroom.
God.
No. You know, talking about strip clubs,
my
there was
strip club
one.
now.
There was one called the Candlelight in Port Allen, Louisiana. Whenever I was, we used to literally take everybody from out of town to that one particular strip club because it was like the worst strip club in the world. And they literally had condom machines in the bathrooms and a strip club.
Oh, yeah, they got those here.
That strip club. What do you mean?
Why would they
those here
have?
in like every dive bar and in every strip club?
Well, I can understand in bars, but in strip clubs, you're not supposed to be selling. You know what? You're supposed to be selling the visual,
Yeah,
not
well,
the
I mean,
actual.
They had that extra special, man.
But I mean, then again,
Do
Right.
they want to make $3 or $300?
oh Jesus, you really had to go there with the monetary differences, didn't you?
Whoa.
Well, I'm just saying. Some guys
They're
will
trying
pay
to get that money, man.
Things people
But I mean, to be fair though, I mean this one particular. What am I looking at? A screensaver, Jason? What is that?
I'm in space, though.
What the fuck is that?
He's got like fairies
fucking
and skulls
crippled.
floating around in the call here.
That's Jason when he comes, bro. Look at those. That's his sperm just flying
Yeah.
everywhere.
Oh my God!
Yeah, pretty much.
Tell him I said, hey, what's up?
He can hear you.
Powerful shit.
Well, he's fucking
Did
dead.
you say? Tell him I said here. What's up? And he can hear you.
He can't even hear me. He's deaf, I guess.
Yes, he
I don't
can
know.
hear you.
Oh,
They can hear you.
The only way they're not able to hear is if
The
they're
other
laughing
two
too
can hear
loud.
me
They
just
can hear
fine.
you.
It's just that one person that can't hear me.
No, Jason's like in the middle of bumfucked California.
He's
He has to self
I forgot about that. I forgot. My bad.
Sam, you're not leaving. You have to stay now. I mean, you've been saying you were leaving for the last hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one does.
Yeah, we might. Yeah,
Fuck.
I mean, yeah, I can't even just. Fuck. we're at this time of the hour. Maybe I'll try to catch a show or something. I don't know yet.
Shut up and kiss me.
It's like 50
Shut
minutes
up
to
and
11
kiss- that's a
o'clock.
song.
What kind of
I
show are
used
you
to
going to
sing that
catch at
when I was
11
a
o'clock at
kid.
night?
No, maybe it's one of my friends was supposed to be playing at a
Shut up and
at a
kiss.
place tonight at the trying to think
Where?
at the little Owl Social Pub in Brookfield. They're supposed
They
to play.
start. They start their headline at 11 o'clock at
No,
night.
they start at like 8:30, but I wanted to catch like the last like half hour maybe. We'll see. They have my friend's band's there, so Matt Shukin and Rob Kleski are supposed
So
to be
okay, I don't know if everyone can hear this, but Harsh is ditching us.
No, not yet.
Oh, Harsh. I thought we were friends.
So if he leaves,
All right, I'll stay on for a
Yeah.
few extra minutes just so everyone can just
I
know.
don't know, dude.
Oh,
I
that's
don't know
CJ's
what's
mom's
going on.
vagina.
That's
That's
CJ's
CJ's
mom's
mom's
vagina.
vagina.
Okay. All right, Jason. Thank you for showing us that.
What is
I
that? A
mean-
sleeping? Why are you showing us a sleeping bag? What's going on over there?
I don't know. This whole conversation just.
I believe that man has problems.
A
What is going on over
19-year-old kid is telling someone they have problems. This is.
Are you in a cave? Where are you?
I'm in here, bro.
I know, but
I'm
where?
up in
It's-
This is like
CJ's mom.
I don't know where this show has gone. I don't know where it's gonna go.
No, I mean, Harsh.
fuck
Look,
out of
can you? Do you have a phone handy? Go into Black Pearl and join the call and look at this.
Oh my
Jason's
God.
like
I'm not in the chat.
he's
These
like.
walls run.
Oh,
Okay, well, hang on. I'm gonna share my screen.
Yeah, Dad, you can pop it up on the screen,
He
right?
said that's CJ's
Yeah, I forgot.
mom's vagina, and there's just light shining down. There's another fucking hole right there.
Oh my god.
What is this? Let's see what this dummy is doing.
Oh,
Oh no. Oh no.
What are you?
This is where
What is that?
I'm here, bro.
that's CJ's mom's vagina, bro. Like,
What the-
It's a cave. It's a cave.
Well, that's the biggest vagina I ever seen in my life.
Oh my god.
That's a cave. That's not a no. Stop it.
no, that's CJ's mom's vagina, bro. Like, legit.
Oh my
Trust
God,
me.
Justin, really?
I've seen what she looks
He's
like.
back in the womb. He's good. Oh my God. He's
Oh,
born,
oh,
bro.
Jason, you're like back in the womb. What's going on over there?
Yeah.
I
The
heard
walls
that big
That's
walls
things
are
are
wrecked.
big.
Yo, go touch the wall. Go touch. What is that?
Walls are wrecked.
It's so freaking wide, man.
Not very powerful in here.
We all know what Jason was doing at the time.
Oh my God, Scott! Please tell me that all these fucking episodes are saved somehow.
Yes, they are.
Oh,
They are.
Yes, they
They're
are.
also
that was
posted.
the
They're also posted to my YouTube channel.
Don't worry, they're posted on 10 they're posted on at least 7 different pages. So there you have it.
that was
Sorry, I thought you
Yeah,
said Tinder at
that
first.
was
My bad.
one of the. That
No,
was
we
one of
don't
the funniest
broadcast on
fucking things
Tinder.
I've ever heard
No,
Jason
we
say.
don't have a
Good.
Tinder.
That's a scam right
Yeah,
there.
we don't live stream to Tinder.
No.
Although that would be
Anybody
kind of
want-
interesting.
What the fuck was that?
I have no idea. What are you chasing ghosts in there now? What's going on over there?
Jason
What is
just
that?
blew it up, dude.
Oh my goodness. And on that note,
I definitely believe that CJ's mom's vagina is haunted. So yeah, he might be.
Wait. Listen.
all right, I'm just as long as the closed captions turned off, I'm fine. Anyhow,
Oh no,
on
they're
that
not.
note,
They're not. I didn't turn them off.
Yeah,
So,
I'll have to figure
my bad.
something out with the stream.
Turn it off.
podcast.
Turn it
It's
off, man.
Oh my God, there was a
What are we
face that just
doing?
popped up on the screen just
This
now.
is ridiculous.
Yes. I saw the
All
shit.
right, Heart.
Exactly what we're talking about those.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'm gonna rejoin the call here in a second, but I gotta go for a minute.
No, they can stay on to sign out. That's fine. I mean,
Oh no, I'm getting off the live. Or well, you know what? Who cares?
And on that note, this has been another edition of whatever this is supposed to be
That
called.
was so funny.
This has been a Louise Boat production. This has been the CrayolaSec Harsh Reality. Once again, this was Friday night, and I don't know what the hell happened to this show, but it was fun. And Oh, get on call, bruv.
It was a fun show. It was just, it's just the internet ruining everything and making things pleasant at the same time. Take
All
care,
right.
everyone, and remember, sometimes the diamonds come in the rough.
Harsh, just leave.
CrayolaSec Harsh Reality has been brought to you
We love you, Harsh.
by Pelican Media.